Nice crowd for a Saturday matinee here at Bellmont High School. Class 3A Regional featuring the East Noble Knights and the Bellmont Braves. Interesting seating here at Bellmont, where one side of the gym, or end of the gym, is the fans of East Noble. The other end is the fans of Bellmont. And so it's kind of an odd split where the student sections will be next to each other, divided by the center court stripe and a small aisle. So our officials ready to put this into play. It's Bellmont, the home team, wearing white uniforms. They've got navy blue letters and numbers with a little bit of dark red trim. East Noble, black uniforms, dark blue numbers, yellow trim. Tip is controlled by Bellmont. They'll work in the front court to our left. High post, Blakey throws it to the other Blakey and back to Marianne, who turns from the left block and misses a short jumper, too strong off the window, and the rebound goes to East Noble. Running the point, here's Avery Amstutz. Pass goes high post. Now down low, backdoor cut for David. Kicks it out. Three on the way, no good. Rebounded, though, by East Noble. They'll get another set. Deming kicks out baseline. Baseline drive and a kick out. Deming won't take the three. Drives, flips it up underhanded, off the back rim, and the rebound to Marianne Blakey of Bellmont. Still scoreless, about a minute in. Up top, Blakey has it, top of the key. Goes to drive, kicks out on the wing to French. French gives it up. A two-pointer on the way from right on the line. And it's good for Oni Krukenberg. Krukenberg, a 5'5 sophomore, drains the two ball from right at the three-point stripe. And it makes it 2-0 Bellmont. East Noble front court. Ritchie has the top of the key, looks left, throws right. It is David. David drives, lost the handle on the dribble drive to the basket, and the ball is turned over to Bellmont. 2-0, 6.5 minutes left first quarter. Bellmont front court. Krukenberg takes it to the right angle. Feeds the post. Marianne Blakey up top. It's an open look for three. No good by French. Rebound tipped once, and it's collected by Ashley Blakey, who lays it in. 4-0 Bellmont. 2 minutes in. East Noble faces some pressure, but comes across the timeline on the dribble. It is David giving it up to Deming. Deming from the right side. Tried to dribble through the foul line, had it poked away, collected it out on the left wing. Up top, Amstutz. Amstutz to the elbow, spins into the paint, throws a pass that's deflected away and stolen by Ashley Blakey. Here comes Bellmont, front court, Blakey. Just outside the right elbow, looks down low, finds Marianne Blakey, who's working in the low block, double team, trying to find who's open. And outside, Blakey gives, top of the key, trip double on the way. No good, offensive rebound all alone. Ashley Blakey collects it and lays it in. And it is a 6-0 start for the Bellmont Braves, and a timeout's going to be called by East Noble. 5:09 to play, opening quarter, 6-0. East Noble trails the Bellmont Braves, and you're listening to high school basketball presented by Parkview Sports Medicine on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. Back at Bellmont for the Class 3A Regional. East Noble has already inbounded, and Avery Amstutz works the dribble up top. Good crossover, a drive, a lot of contact, no whistle, and the layup missed by Amstutz, and the ball out of bounds on the rebound goes to East Noble. 6-0 with 4:51 to play, opening quarter. Bellmont the lead, East Noble to inbound. Ball is thrown up over the top, and they're short on that lob up top, but it, for East Noble, fortunately goes to the Knights, and then a little turnaround by Deming in the lane is no good. Rebound goes to Bellmont. Here comes Ashley Blakey all the way down the left side of the lane. Put it up too strong, and the rebound to East Noble. Quickly in front court, Amstutz. Baseline left open, little 10-footer is no good, and the rebound goes to Bellmont. Front court, French takes it around the arc. Just right at the top of the key, hands it off to Krukeberg. Back to French, he takes it out to the center circle. Popping out of the high post is Blakey. Marianne Blakey, guarded man-to-man. Blakey dribbles to the left elbow, then throws to the corner. She gets knocked down. A drive by French. She loses the handle. And then the free ball collected by East Noble and a foul. Bellmont ran in to the East Noble Knight, and they'll call the foul on Oni Krukeberg. It's her first. And a substitution comes into the game. Caitlin Barton, 5'8" sophomore for Bellmont. Inbound backcourt against full court pressure. Inbound comes to Deming. Deming will hand it off to Amstutz, and it's Amstutz that will work the ball into the front court on the dribble. Amstutz stops just outside the center circle, dribbles left, gets cut off. Stays on the bounce, takes it all the way to the left wing, crosses over, spins down the left side of the lane and lays it in. What a move by Avery Amstutz. First bucket for the Knights, 6-2 in the paint. Blakey kicking the corner, open is Krukeberg. Her three comes up short, rebound goes to East Noble. Quickly front court, baseline left, double teamed, pass dropped to the post, but stepping in to intercept it is Bellmont. Braves the ball, 3:10 and the clock runs, quarter number one. Bellmont with a 6-2 advantage. Backdoor cut, got Ashley Blakey open, a great feed from Marianne Blakey to Ashley Blakey for the layup. 8-2, we're under 3 minutes, quarter number one. Amstutz comes off a screen. They try pick and roll, lob it into the lane, and buckets for Shea Ritchie. She had to pull up short of the basket, hit a little 8-footer. Down low, count the bucket, left hand from the left block for Marianne Blakey, and a chance at a three-point play. The foul on East Noble, Shea Ritchie. The 5'11" sophomore, Marianne Blakey, is going to go to the free throw line to try to extend a 10-4 lead. Blakey shooting one. Right-hander flips it and got it. 11-4, Bellmont here at home, hosting the regional, and a bad pass in the backcourt against pressure for East Noble, and the Knights turn it over. Substitutions coming into the game. Kate Kitson returns for Bellmont. Also back into the game is Lainey French. Braves lead it 11-4, 2.5 minutes in the first quarter. On the perimeter, French, Blakey, now to Barton. Cross-court pass deflected, but it got there. And now it's Blakey. Ashley Blakey on the dribble. Bounces a perfect pass into Marianne. She missed from in close, but an offensive rebound, and Kitson will reset. Blakey triple teamed at the foul line, and a timeout is called by Andy Heim. The triple team at the foul line, and Andy Heim knew that Marianne Blakey was in trouble, and he bails her out with a 30-second timeout. So we will keep it here with 2:02 on the clock, first quarter. The number 5 ranked Bellmont Braves leading it 11-4 over East Noble. Coming up at 4 o'clock, it's 4A regional action with the Snyder Lady Panthers taking on the Norwell Knights. Teams break their huddles, return to the floor. Bellmont ball under the basket. They'll inbound with an 11-4 lead. Baseline jumper, mid-range, counted for Marianne Blakey from 15 feet left baseline. 13-4. Now East Noble. Amstutz breaks pressure, drives all the way down the lane, throws it up with the left hand on the run, can't get it. Rebound Bellmont. And a travel. Miriam Blakey had some indecision as she brought it into the front court on the bounce. When she picked up the dribble, she dragged the pivot foot, so that will be a turnover for Bellmont. They'll give it back to East Noble, with Bellmont leading at 13-4. And a 5-second count on the inbound. East Noble cannot get the ball in against the full court pressure of Bellmont. 1:40 remains here in the first quarter. 13-4. Bellmont leads and has the ball. Ashley Blakey running the point. Calls for a screen. Blows it off. Kicks it out to French. Now it's Barton. Barton drives all the way to the basket. Puts it up with the left hand. It's a little short, and the rebound to East Noble. Outlet pass goes to Amstutz. Avery Amstutz on the dribble near the center circle. Minute 12. Fox running. Amstutz. Nice crossover top of the key. Kicks it on the wing. And a drive all the way to the basket. It's in the corner up top. The pass goes to Ryan David, who missed the three, and the rebound to Bellmont. Braves front court. French hands it to Blakey. Ashley Blakey bounces it just to her right. Now it's down low. French kicks it out on the wing to Kitson. Down low. It's posting is Caffey. Caffey, the turnaround goes in, and a foul. Hadley Caffey, a 6-foot sophomore, working the big man's game down low with a nice turnaround from the low block. The foul is the second on Shea Ritchie.
Returning for the Braves, Ani Kruckerberg.
So Ritchie has to sit down with 2 first quarter fouls. Caffey at the line. Good on the free throw. 16-4. Last 30 seconds of our opening quarter. Bellmont in control here on their home floor. Amstutz. Center circle. The bounce pass to Katie David. Giving it right back to Amstutz. Down to 15. Amstutz dribbles to the right on the arc. Tried to throw a no-look pass to a backdoor cut, and no one was cutting. Just miscommunication on the play, and East Noble sails the pass out of bounds. It's Bellmont who will get the ball with 10.5 seconds to work for a final shot. Braves right to left. French to Barton. Barton on the dribble, high right, between the circles to French. French had it knocked away, and that took enough time for her to recollect it that the horn sounds and the end of the first quarter. Big start for the home team. The Bellmont Braves lead it over East Noble after one, 16-4. And you're listening to the Class 3A Regional, presented by Parkview Sports Medicine on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. Second quarter has begun. East Noble goes with a backdoor cut, a good feed under the basket. An attempt at the layup, no good, but a foul is called on Bellmont. So the Knights get a chance to strike first, trailing 16-4. 9 seconds into the second quarter, and at the line, it's Kate David, who makes the first, 16-5. David, an unbelievable free throw shooter. 26 of 28 on the season. And now she's 27 of 29. I'll let you do the math and figure the percentage, but 27 of 29 is pretty darn good. Bellmont in the front court now with a 16-6 lead. On the dribble, Kitson takes it, high right angle. Center circle to Ashley Blakey. Dribbles into traffic, gives it up to her sister, and now it's on the perimeter where they hand the ball off to Kruckerberg. Blakey, high post, to Blakey. Now a drive down low. A bounce pass in the paint. Blakey missed from in close, but an offensive rebound. Krukeberg, she couldn't get the follow, but she did get fouled, and she'll go to the line to shoot two. The foul is on East Noble's Addison Deming, and that is her first.
Her first, team first.
So Ani Krukenberg goes to the free throw line and connects. One thing about Bellmont, and we'll see it again with Norwell later, so fundamentally sound. Good free throw shooters. 17-6, make it 18-6. Both free throws good for Krukenberg. Now the full court press. They're in denial, but the ball does get inbounded. It's into the hands of Strom. Strom front court. Kick out to an open shooter on the wing. Triple time. Dropping it in is Addison Deming. 21% from three, but left alone. And an answer at the other end is good by Krukenberg from the right corner. 21-9. Back-to-back threes, one at each end. 6:50, and the clock ticks away here in the second quarter. David, high right perimeter. Holds the ball, looks, now takes off on the dribble, almost had it stripped away. Krukenberg reached in and almost got it. Now it's Amstutz driving, layup, count it, and a foul. Amstutz with an aggressive drive down the left side of the lane, got it in with the left hand, and the foul on Lainey French is her second. She'll get a ticket to the bench, replaced by Caitlin Barton. To the line, Amstutz, 57% free throw shooter, drops it in calmly with nothing but twine. 21-12. East Noble trying to stay close to Bellmont. Blakey on the perimeter to Kitson. On the right wing, Krukenberg, and as she tries to dribble between two defenders, she gets knocked to the deck, and they're going to call the foul on Kate David of East Noble. First foul on Kate David, second foul on the Knights here in the second quarter with 6:23 on the clock. 21-12, Bellmont the lead. On the inbound, a pass in the middle of the paint. It's knocked away, but I think they called a kick. So Bellmont will do it again. They throw all the way up top, and it's tipped away and stolen by Deming of East Noble. She drives, gets to the low block, stops and pops off the glass. 21-14. East Noble within 7. High post, Blakey outside. Kitson gives it up to Ashley Blakey, now at the high post. Marianne Blakey gets trapped, throws up a shot. It's wild off the glass. Tried to get her own miss, and the ball caroms out of bounds off East Noble and stays Bellmont ball under the basket. Lainey French is coming back into the lineup with her 2 fouls for Bellmont. Braves from under their own basket, leading 21-14, 5:54 to play, second quarter. Inbound to Blakey, up top to Barton. High post, it goes to Blakey, and it's poked away from behind and stolen. One-on-one, David down the lane to the basket, missed the right-handed layup, but an offensive rebound for East Noble, and then a blind pass into traffic is taken away by Ashley Blakey, and in the backcourt, a foul on Deming, reaching in against Blakey. The foul on Deming is her second. 5:35 to play before halftime. 21-14, Bellmont the advantage. Braves the ball front court. Krukenberg to Barton. Back to Krukenberg, top of the key. Throws right wing to Ashley Blakey. High post to Barton. Outside to Blakey. Working against a zone now for East Noble. There's a three, and it's good for Caitlin Barton from the right wing. 24-14, 10-point lead for the Braves. We tick down to 5 minutes remaining in the second. On the dribble, Amstutz comes off a screen, kicks in the corner. Deming will drive, then pass across the paint. Bellmont got a hand on it. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by Bellmont. It will be East Noble ball. 4:54 to play, second quarter, 24-14. Bellmont the lead, East Noble the inbound. They got to get it in. Finally due late into the corner. Amstutz dribbles into the paint. Little turnaround. Puts it up with the left hand and banks it in from about 9 feet away. Good move by Amstutz. 24-16 and a high post pass. There's a reach-in foul called on East Noble.
Personal foul number 42.
And this one is on Evelyn Shockey.
Team sport.
Shockey picks up her first. 4:39 on the clock. We're in the second quarter. Bellmont with a 24-16 lead inbounds. They get it to Blakey. Blakey's mid-range is blocked, but it goes to Marianne Blakey underneath. And then it looked like a tie-up, but they're going to call a foul. And Lemming is beside herself. She thought she had that ball tied up, and they called the foul on Addison Deming. 5'9" senior, 10-point-per-game scorer, and she's picked up her third here in the first half. To the line, Marianne Blakey. First one good. That was the fifth team foul of the quarter, so Bellmont will be going to the line the rest of the way here in the first half. 25-16, trying to restore the 10-point lead. And it's no good, rolls off. But the rebound mishandled by East Noble. Now a scrum on the deck, and that will be a tie-up. And the arrow will keep it. Belmont's basketball. 25-16, 4:32 to play in the second. Bellmont to inbound with the 9-point lead. Marianne Blakey will be the trigger person, throwing it up top to Kitson. Kitson, high right wing. In the corner to French, back up to Kitson. Kitson takes it center circle and hands it to Blakey. Back to Kitson. Kitson centers the floor. Calls out the play. Hands it off to Blakey. Blakey immediately dribbles through the lane, down the left side to the basket. Bucket for Ashley Blakey. 27-16, an 11-point advantage for the Bellmont Braves. Britton Isaacs coaches from the East Noble bench, calling out a play, and he'll take a timeout. Something he wasn't happy with, so with 3:57 to play in the first half, a timeout called by East Noble with a 27-16 Bellmont lead. We'll go ahead and take the break and come back. It is Class 3A Regional Basketball from Bellmont High School, presented by Parkview Sports Medicine on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. With 3:57, if I can speak, left here in the first half, it is Bellmont with a 27-16 lead over the East Noble Knights. East Noble, after the timeout, inbounds the ball near midcourt, and they'll send it in to Avery Amstutz. East Noble now working against a Bellmont zone. Amstutz has it high right. Takes it to the angle, gets doubled, skips the pass across the court to Strom in the corner, triple time, and it's good for East Noble. Counted for Ryan David. 27-19. Bellmont, front court left. Kitson on the wing. It is French. French double teamed at the lane, finds Blakey. Outside to Kitson, down low. Here's Marianne Blakey. Crosses it across the lane from right to left, and it's at the feet of Barton. It goes through her hands and turns it over to East Noble. So the Knights have the ball, a 8-point deficit. We're under 3 minutes left, second quarter. Amstutz, center circle. Drifts to the left. Surveys the zone, tries to make the move, dribbles to the right, now throws up top. It goes all the way around the horn to the corner, and then a pass up top from the corner goes over everybody's head and ends up going out of bounds. in the East Noble backcourt. The Knights turn it over. Off the Bellmont bench, it is Ani Krukeberg coming back in. Bellmont a 27-19 lead, 2:34 to play in the second quarter. Pass is entered to the backcourt, where it is Kate Kitson taking the dribble off the screen to the right. High post pass to Marianne Blakey, double teamed, and that's a tie-up, and the ball goes to East Noble. 2:26 before halftime. 27-19, but East Noble can cut into that 8-point deficit. Knights play catch back and forth in the backcourt until they finally cross the timeline. Amstutz, parallel to the midcourt stripe, throws across to Strom. In the lane, they find David, her driving layup too strong, and the rebound comes off the weak side to Bellmont. Front court, French gives it off to Blakey. A foul line jumper is off the back heel. The rebound is tipped out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by East Noble. So it will be Bellmont inbounding. Foul line extended near sideline. 27-19 with 1:53 to play in the second. Kitson inbounds up top to Blakey. On the perimeter. Right wing. This is Krukeberg. Double team. And East Noble swarms when they can get the double team. They immediately attack every overplay. And it forces Bellmont to take a timeout. Minute 44 still left first half. It's Bellmont leading it 27-19 over the East Noble Knights. Coming up at 4 o'clock, Class 4A regional action. Can Snyder do it again? Pull the upset of Norwell. Snyder beat the Norwell Knights in their only meeting back on December 27th. But about that game, we had a chance to talk to Snyder coach Reggie Tharp last night on the Parkview Sports Medicine post-game show. And Norwell had just played a grueling contest against Valparaiso. And because of the tournament format, they had to come back about 45 minutes later and play Snyder, who also plays an up-tempo, physical style. And Norwell fell in that game, 73-61. Tharp doesn't put a lot of weight in that contest, but it will be an SAC NE8 matchup coming up at 4 o'clock. Bellmont inbounds. A three is missed, but it's rebounded by Bellmont. A kick out in a second try. Another miss from three for French. 0 for 2 from distance on that trip for Lainey French. And now East Noble in the front court. Minute 15, 27-19. Bellmont leads by 8. East Noble's going to hold the ball. Remember, no shot clock. They're going to just stand in the center circle and hold it. Amstutz is just holding the ball on her hip. These are the moments that frustrated fans beg for the shot clock in high school basketball. Under 50 seconds, Amstutz just standing and holding it at midcourt. And Bellmont sitting back in their zone. Now we're down to 40 seconds. Amstutz will go to the bounce. Not move, but still dribble. Under 30 seconds. Amstutz still dribbling midcourt. Bellmont still sitting back in their 2-3. We're down to 22 seconds. Now they'll start to run some offense. High post pass. And a drive. Got an open path. Everybody bit on the fake handoff to Amstutz. And Ritchie takes it right down the lane to score. 27-21. Blakey outside to Kitson. Open on the wing. French for three and got one. She missed two of them on the last possession, but the final shot of the half is good from three-point land for Lainey French. And Bellmont takes a 9-point lead to halftime. She got some practice on the last possession. Made it count on the final possession of our first half. So right when it looked like East Noble was making things interesting at 27-21, a three-point shot at the buzzer gives Bellmont a 30-21 halftime lead. And the teams head to their respective locker rooms. We're going to take a break. We're going to hear from the commissioner of the IHSAA with our Commissioner's Corner coming up next. And then we'll come back here to Bellmont for the second half between Bellmont and East Noble, with the Braves leading at 30-21 over the Knights. You're listening to high school basketball presented by Parkview Sports Medicine on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. Just about set for a second half here at Bellmont High School. It's Class 3A Regional as the East Noble Knights, looking for their first ever regional title, trailed Bellmont Braves 30-21. Well, Bellmont doesn't have a big trophy case full of regional trophies either. They've won 3 of them, but the last one coming 33 years ago. And, of course, with the new IHSAA format, regionals are won with just 1-game victories. All you got to do is win 1 game and you go on to the semi-state. Bellmont has the ball to start our third quarter. They'll work to the basket to our right. Ashley Blakey to Kitson. East Noble zone defense now. Down low, Blakey, turnaround, got it from 12 feet. Marianne Blakey with a turnaround bucket. 5'11" sophomore was able to create enough space to shoot it in. 32-21. Pull up by Amstutz. It's no good. An air ball from 15 feet out on the left wing, but the rebound goes off Bellmont, out of bounds. East Noble 20-5 on the year. Bellmont 21-3. Inbound for East Noble goes to Amstutz, splits defenders going up for the shot. Too much body contact. Amstutz goes down, and the foul is called on East Noble's on Bellmont's Ashley Blakey. And it will put Avery Amstutz to the free throw line to shoot a pair for East Noble. Actually looking at a 5-point run for Bellmont. They hit the 3 to close our first half, and the first bucket here in the second half. And Amstutz short on the free throw. Just a 57% free throw shooter. If there's one area of her game to be critical of, it would be at the line. She got the second. 10-point game, 32-22. Just underway in our second half. Kitson from the center circle. Throws to the right to Lainey French. Back to Kitson. They play catch up top. Now toward the corner to Blakey. Ashley Blakey up top to Kitson. Centers it between the rings to French. Back to Kitson. Back to French. Back to Kitson. And Kitson is left open and pops it for 2. Stepped on the 3-point arc. But they just played catch back and forth, forcing the top of that zone to go left and right. Eventually, Kitson was open. 34-22, 12-point lead for the Braves. Amstutz, high right wing, cross courts it to Deming down low. Tried to scoop a pass into the paint, intended for Ritchie. It's intercepted. Lead pass goes to French. Layup is blown, but the offensive rebound to Krukeberg, and a turnaround is good in the paint for Ani Krukeberg. And it's 36-22 Bellmont, and a timeout called by East Noble. We'll take a timeout with 6:21 remaining here in the third quarter. It is 36-22. The Bellmont Braves leading it over the East Noble Knights. You're listening to Class 3A Regional Girls Basketball, presented by Parkview Sports Medicine on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. This used to always be the day I would look most forward to, Regional Saturday in high school basketball. And then the IHSAA switched up the format, and instead of 2 morning games followed by a nighttime championship, you now just have 1-game regionals. So 3A now, 4A coming up later, with Snyder scheduled to take on Norwell. 36-22. It is a 14-point lead for Bellmont. East Noble comes up with the basketball. Amstutz tried to go high post, and it's taken away. Kitson the steal for Bellmont. Kitson, left wing, will dribble up top, get some space. Now it's time to play catch at the top of the zone, and instead they'll throw to the right wing, where it's Marianne Blakey. dribbles to the top of the key and then flips to Blakey, who hits the three. Ashley Blakey with the triple. 5'9" sophomore buries it, and it's the biggest lead of the game. Now 17 for Bellmont. East Noble, front court left. Amstutz on the dribble, top of the key. Drives, and there's contact. It's a bump called on Lainey French. Third foul on Lainey French. And she will sit down, get a break as Caitlin Barton comes in for Bellmont. Inbound underneath, and a bad entry pass goes out of bounds. Tried to throw it to the low block, and it went right past Deming and eventually sailed out of bounds on the far sideline. So an inbound underneath in the backcourt for Bellmont after forcing the turnover. And now the Braves already with a 17-point lead with a chance to extend. Marianne Blakey on the perimeter. Gives to Ashley in the corner to Kitson. Back up top to Blakey. Ashley Blakey gives it up to Krukerberg. Blakey right side Kitson. Now Ashley Blakey just outside the top of the key. Rotated through Barton into the corner. Krukerberg trapped. Gets it up the sideline to Barton. Up top to Kitson. High post to Blakey. Outside to Barton. Her three. No good. And the rebound to East Noble. And here comes Amstutz. Amstutz quickly. Front court to the foul line. Picks up the bounce. Throws it outside to Ritchie. Now it's up top to Deming. Deming is going to drive down against Marianne Blakey and force up the shot. Couldn't get it. Rebound to Blakey. She goes to the deck, and now a tie-up. Ball tied up, and the arrow points to East Noble. Knights will have possession. Inbound, lobbed up top. High post, where David goes to hand it off to Kate David, and a reach-in foul is called on Barton. Entry pass, Ritchie, and then tried to play give and go, but the ball squirts right past the intended target, but it stays East Noble ball. In the front court, Knights with Amstutz driving. Big collision. Amstutz goes to the deck, and there's no call. Here comes Bellmont. Three on the way from the left wing. It's no good by Krukerberg. Rebound to East Noble. Deming brings it front court, takes it to the left wing, then skips it up top to Ritchie. Ritchie holds the ball just outside the top of the key. Now will dribble to the right elbow and spit it out on the wing, where David throws up top to Amstutz. Amstutz from the top of the key. Little crossover left. Now back to the right. Takes it all the way to the right wing. They drop off. She shoots a three, and way short air ball. Caught underneath by David of East Noble, but then she stumbles to the deck, lost the handle, and it goes out of bounds to Bellmont. 3:43 remains, quarter number 3, a 39-22 Bellmont lead. Blakey front court to Marianne Blakey. Now she'll get the offense set up. Krukerberg on the right wing to Ashley Blakey. Now Marianne Blakey cross courts it to Kitson. Bellmont spacing out. And it does look like East Noble now has gone back to the man-to-man defense. Here's Ashley Blakey. Oh, good backdoor cut. Barton underneath. Kicks it outside. It's an open look for three for Kitson and missed it. But an offensive rebound. Krukerberg snuck in, got the board, and lays it in. 41-22, 19-point lead. Kitson, the drive underneath. Cut off Blakey. They got a cutter and a nice speed, but a missed layup by Strom, and then on the rebound, a collision, and a foul is going to be called on East Noble. And this probably going to be on Deming. Nope, it's a held ball. They did call it a held ball, and the possession arrow gives it to Bellmont. Krukerberg lobs it into the front court. Bellmont breaks the pressure. 2:43, clock runs, 41-22. Bellmont looking to extend to their first 20-point advantage. Oh, good crossover and drive. Blakey all the way to the basket for the layup. Ashley Blakey, the 5'9 sophomore, gives the Braves a 43-22 lead. Amstutz crosses the timeline. Top of the key. Now burst down the right side of the lane to the basket. Layup, no, but a collision and a blocking foul's called on Bellmont. The foul on Caitlin Barton, 5'8 sophomore for Bellmont. It will be Avery Amstutz, the 5'7 junior, going to the free throw line to shoot a pair. Trying to put an end to this run by Bellmont. First free throw's good. Substitutions for East Noble. Evelyn Shockey comes in. Amstutz with one more. Cuts it to 19. 43-24. 2:16 left, third quarter. Bellmont in control, looking for their fourth overall regional championship. First in 33 years. Kitson on the dribble, gives outside to Krukeberg. We go under 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Krukeberg on the dribble, gets picked up tight by Strom. Now the give to Blakey. Blakey again, the drive. A cutter. It goes to Marianne Blakey, and she catches it, lays it in off the square. 45-24. Now Amstutz against pressure, beats it, gets into the front court, drops it down low, right block. Left-handed jump hook, no good by Shockey. And then the rebound again, everybody on the deck, and the ball goes out of bounds, and it was last touched by East Noble. Hadley Caffey comes in for Bellmont. Replaces Marianne Blakey. Well, between Marianne Blakey and Ashley Blakey, they've got a ton of points in this one. Bellmont leads at 45-24, has the ball with 1:15 remaining in the third. Krukeberg doubled, gets it to Blakey in the corner to Barton. Pass down low, intended for Caffey, but it gets deflected away, and Bellmont will inbound underneath their own basket. Bellmont won the first meeting by 22, leading here by 21. Right wing triple, Barton. Got it. Caitlin Barton for three. 48-24. Bellmont doubling up on East Noble. Now the full court press. Ball inbounded to Ryan David. David on the dribble to the front court. David between the circles, on the dribble, throws to the right to Amstutz. Avery Amstutz behind the back of the foul line, gets some space, pops it from 14 feet. It's good for Avery Amstutz. 48-26. Last half minute of our third quarter. Blakey flips it high half court to Kitson. Krukeberg back outside to Kitson. Now it's Krukeberg, left open, right wing three. Got it! Krukeberg from downtown. 51-26, 4 seconds. Amstutz to Shockey. Can't get the shot up, didn't see the clock, and that will end our third quarter. Big quarter for Bellmont. They have opened up a 25-point lead on East Noble. 51-26 as we head to the fourth quarter next. This is high school basketball, the girls class 3A regional on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. 1 quarter remains before we officially declare a 3A regional champion. But right now it looks like Bellmont is going to celebrate on their home floor. They lead at 51-26 as we start the fourth. Pass from Amstutz into the paint to Ritchie, and she couldn't handle it. It gets stripped away, and Bellmont brings it front court. High post, Marianne Blakey. Blakey can't get past her man, so flips it outside the top of the key to Ashley Blakey. Now the give back to Marianne. On the wing, it's Ashley, right side, up top. to Barton. Barton bounces it down low to Marianne Blakey, and a turn and a bucket for Marianne Blakey. Full court press on, over the top to Deming, and East Noble breaks it. Deming is going to drive, put it up, didn't get it, but a foul called on Blakey, and Deming is going to shoot free throws. 53-26, the lead for Bellmont, and East Noble's Addison Deming, 69% free throw shooter, 5'9" senior, goes to the free throw line. And no good. Ryan David back into the game for East Noble. Evelyn Shockey will sit down. Second free throw. Good. 53-27. 7:08 remaining before a cutting of the nets. Blakey to Kitson. Into the front court. Bellmont just tic-tac-toe right across the timeline. Great passing against that full court pressure. Now Marianne Blakey, top of the key, skips the far corner, baseline drive. French gives it in the paint to Blakey, and as she goes up from in front of the rim, she gets fouled. This foul is on Addison Deming, and that is going to be her fourth. It does put Marianne Blakey to the free throw line, the 5'11" sophomore. First one, good. 54-27. 6:47 left. Second one, good. 55-27. His front court for East Noble and hands it off to Amstutz. Avery Amstutz spins down the lane, puts it up, and just a little off. Rebound goes to Ashley Blakey of Bellmont. Blakey hands right wing to Barton. Up between the circles to Marianne Blakey. Backdoor cut. Ashley Blakey in the pass from Marianne up top, a little in front of her, and it goes off her fingertips out of bounds under the Bellmont basket. It belongs to East Noble. Good thought on that backdoor cut. Ashley Blakey did get a step on her defender, but the pass just a little out of her reach. Now East Noble brings it front court with Deming, left wing, picks up the dribble, now needs help, throws between the circles to Ryan David. Big collision in the middle of the lane. Players go down, no whistle. Kick out left wing. Amstutz a three, and off the rim over the backboard, and it belongs to Bellmont. .601 still left. 55-27 our score. Full court press for East Noble. And the pass is knocked away, and it's stolen. Amstutz comes away with it for East Noble. Kick out right wing. 2-ball from 17, no good. And the rebound from the Kate David miss goes to Bellmont. Between the circles, Blakey on the wing. Kitson, three. Got it. 58-27. Lead pass, Ritchie. Her layup rejected by Ashley Blakey. The 5'9" sophomore went up and rejected it out of bounds, and it stays East Noble ball. East Noble to inbound with 5:28 left, and they throw up top to Deming. Deming immediately goes to the bounce, dribbles down the right side of the lane, puts it up with the right hand. It's no good, off the window, and the rebound goes to Bellmont. Now you got a little push and shove. Deming just has been frustrated all day long. High post pass goes to Blakey. Marianne Blakey outside the arc. Krukeberg kicks out to French. French dribbles to the elbow. Then in the open corner, it is Kitson for a three. No good. Offensive rebound and putback. Marianne Blakey misses, and here comes East Noble on the run. Bounce pass underneath. Amstutz missed, but a good cleanup and follow by Kate David. She'll put it in to make it 58-29. It's timeout on the floor with 4:48 to play. And it's a full timeout, so we'll go ahead and take a break. All Bellmont, time ticking away until Bellmont can officially celebrate and cut down some nets here at their home gym. 58-29 with 4:48 on the clock, quarter number 4, and this is the Class 3A Regional on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. 4 minutes, 48 seconds on the clock, quarter number 4. Bellmont leading at 58-29 over East Noble. Bellmont looking to secure their 4th regional championship in history. Last one coming in 1993. And East Noble will continue the drought. They have never claimed a regional title. Blakey on the perimeter. Works the dribble, tried to flip it to Kitson, but it goes right through Kitson's hands and out of bounds right in front of her coach, Andy Heim, and a turnover for Bellmont. Last 4 minutes, 25 seconds. East Noble right to left with Avery Amstutz on the dribble. High post to Ritchie. Ritchie can't get past her man, sends it outside to Amstutz. Amstutz thought about a long three, instead cross-courts it, where Strom gives to David, outside to Amstutz. Amstutz from the right elbow, spins into the lane, puts it up. No, got her own miss, goes up a second time and got fouled by Ashley Blakey. And Amstutz will go to the charity stripe for a pair.
Foul number 22, Ashley Blakey.
That is the second foul on Ashley Blakey. Amstutz at the line, left-handed shooter, drains the first. 58-30. We've got exactly 4 minutes remaining in this game. Second one rattles out, no good. 58-30. Under 4 minutes, Bellmont front court. Ashley Blakey on the dribble. Hands off outside the arc to Krukeberg. Krukeberg back to Blakey. Blakey double team. Now looks for somebody open, and there's a whistle. And I believe away from the ball, there's a foul call. It's against Kate David of East Noble. That's only the second team foul here in the quarter. So Bellmont will inbound with 3:44 left. 58-30 the score. From the baseline, the pass to Krukeberg, right elbow, 15-footer misses, and the rebound goes to East Noble. Knights the ball. Here's Amstutz across the timeline. Left-handed dribble down the right side of the lane, then kicks it outside to David. David cut off. Throws it out on the wing to Strom. Cutting into the lane. Pass deflects, but it's collected by Ryan David. Now outside to Amstutz. Amstutz down the left side of the lane. Throws down low for Ritchie. She had to save it as it went off her hands, and it goes to Bellmont. Blakey dribbles, and a reach-in foul called against East Noble.
Fouls number 23.
Kate David gets called for the foul. Her third, and the third on the team, so out of bounds to Bellmont with 3:10 to play. 58-30. Braves inbound. Barton. Right baseline, behind the back, dribbles back up top. Krukeberg, she'll drive, and she gets bumped to the deck by Strom. And let's see if they determine it was on the shot. Nope, it's on the drive. So the ball will be out of bounds on the 4th foul against East Noble in the quarter. So Bellmont will be shooting from here on out, but this time they inbound with 3:05 left. Kitson to Barton. Up top, left open, Ashley Blakey, 3, no. Offensive rebound to Caffey. Caffey looking at what to do with it, and a timeout is called. Andy Heim didn't like where they were positioned, and so he takes a full timeout with 2:55 remaining. Bellmont on their way to their 4th ever regional championship. The number 5 team in the state in Class 3A, leading it over East Noble, 58-30. With a timeout on the floor, we'll take a break. You're listening to the Class 3A Regional, presented by Parkview Sports Medicine on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. Bellmont leading at 58-30 into the front court. They've got Kitson with the dribble between the circles, handing to Barton. Barton takes it right wing, gives to Krukeberg. Krukeberg on the dribble into the paint, and there's too much contact, and that's going to put Krukeberg to the line to shoot to. The foul is called on East Noble's McKenna Strong. Her second.
Number 5 on the team.
So Ani Krukeberg, a 5'5" sophomore, steps to the free throw line, shooting a pair. Got the first. I believe that Bellmont has only missed one free throw all day. 59-30 and a chance to double up East Noble with 2:37 left. And the second is good. 60-30. Bellmont all over East Noble. It was 27-21 at one point. So it is a 33-9 run since. And a pass to the high post, stepping in and stealing it is Caitlin Barton of Bellmont. Bellmont the ball, down to 2:14 left. Krukeberg on the dribble perimeter, flips it to Blakey, and Blakey gets fouled. And this one will be, I believe, Amstutz. It is. Avery Amstutz guilty of the foul. That is her first of the game. So to the free throw line for Bellmont this time is Ashley Blakey. Left-handed shooter. First one. Good. 61-30. 2:08 remaining. Coming in for Bellmont, Bree Converse, as Andy Heim starts emptying the bench. Second free throw is no good. A timely miss for Blakey because she would have been replaced if she made that one. 61-30. We've got under 2 minutes left. East Noble with Amstutz. Amstutz, just a junior. Sends it on the wing to David. Back up top to Amstutz. 2-3 zone from Bellmont and a kick. Now it's all subs coming in. Both sides empty the bench. Some tears from East Noble. Celebration from the Bellmont players. Caitlin Borney for Bellmont is checked in. Also, Ella Shroom is into the game. Maya Schlemmer. And same is true for East Noble. They've gone deep on the bench as well. Kylie Parks with the ball on the perimeter. We're down to a minute and a half left, and it is a Bellmont rout here in the Class 3A Regional. 61-30. East Noble just playing catch. Ellie Will and Kylie Parks. Now Parks gives it outside, where David drives, shoots, misses. Pass underneath. Count the bucket underneath. Now try to get a number. That is Ritchie. Shea Ritchie with the bucket for East Noble. East Noble, or Bellmont, in the front court. They lead at 61-32, 42 seconds. A drive all the way to the basket and the layup for Caitlin Borney. 5'7" junior drove hard and finished for Bellmont. 63-32. Last half minute. East Noble spaces the floor. Parks pass up top. And this is Haley Malarchuk in the game for East Noble. Ritchie, now it's up top to Parks. We're down to 6 seconds. And I think East Noble's just going to hold the ball as the clock ticks down and the final horn sounds. And the Bellmont Lady Braves have broken a 33-year dry spell. They are your Class 3A regional champions and the first for Bellmont since 1993. Final score 63-32. It's Bellmont winning it on their home floor over conference rival East Noble. We'll take a break. We will come back and wrap it up here for the Class 3A regional. And we'll tell you what to look forward to later this afternoon when Snyder and Norwell collide for a 4A regional championship. You're listening to high school basketball presented by Parkview Sports Medicine on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM.